Welcome to Dicefunctional, where a bunch of friends sit around, play some Dungeons and Dragons, and we share the story with you, our wonderful audience. Thank you, everyone, for coming on in. Thank you for watching this session 106 of Dicefunctional. Special warm welcome to those of you who might be tuning in for the first time. Welcome. We hope you guys enjoy all the shenanigans that are here. Obviously, enjoy. Make sure to spread the word. Leave us a follow. Do the thing, because we're going to be doing this for a while, especially if you like stories. If you do enjoy this and you want to catch up and see what we're doing, obviously, as always, you can find us on pretty much anywhere you can get content that's legal anyway. If you listen to podcasts, if you're listening to a podcast now or want to catch up on podcasts, just search Dicefunctional on your favorite podcasting platform. We are on all of them to our knowledge. If you like watching them on YouTube, so that way you can pause them and do whatever it is you're going to do with them, just search Dicefunctional on YouTube. Or if you like watching live, check us out on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Dicefunctional. That easy.
What's you doing right now?
Yeah, well, that's what we're doing right now. So if you're here right now, hi. You already know about the Twitch. It's kind of awesome that way. Yeah.
I have a thing.
Yes. Housekeeping. Michelle, what you got?
I have a thing.
You have a thing.
I have this. I have merch.
Hey!
We got merch. We got merch. So if you want the names of all of the characters or the logo, more stuff to come.
Or Full Girl. A pretty.
We have Full Girl up there too.
It's a pretty nifty design.
It's cool. It is really cool. Be sure to check out the store. Links below, especially if you're watching this on YouTube, or links in the description. Whichever's easier for you. I don't have it offhand. I really should. We'll get there at some point. It's growing slowly. You know, what do you expect?
Look up Dicefunctional on TeePublic. Hey.
TeePublic. It's TeePublic store. There you go.
Yeah.
I forget names. I'm not
fine.
paid to remember.
That's what I'm
names of
here
things.
for. I'm
Exactly.
merch girl, I guess. I don't
Exactly. At least merch announcer girl.
Yeah.
There you go. We all gotta take some jobs.
Burnout.
I believe that is all in terms of announcements and things. Obviously, you know, if D&D is not your thing and you're listening to a little bit of this and you're like, yeah, it's cool, but I want to see him play other stuff. Twitch and YouTube also have a bunch of game stuff coming up on a regular basis, so be sure to check that all out and let your friends know.
We had a time last night.
Oh my god, yes we did.
Well, I don't know why you guys left us alone.
Why not?
Yeah. I mean,
We talked
you know,
about the 4 new Overwatch
four skins.
Four skins.
Mm-hmm.
This is what happens when Jace is not there?
Yeah.
Do you think Jace wouldn't have been able to? Do you really?
No, that's
Hi,
true.
yes, can you please add a naked skin for me,
I
Trey?
saw that tweet and that's fucking hilarious.
It's fucking hysterical.
Anyways,
Anyway, if you want to check that out,
His naked ass, naked hairy dick and balls.
Within the
hilarious.
first 5 minutes.
Great
of the
addition to the intro.
And can you make his ass hairy? Yes, please, thank you.
yeah,
if anyone cares, it's on Twitter. Just
yeah.
It
And you
is
know what?
beautiful.
Check out the VOD on Twitch or check it out on YouTube.
Yeah, it'll
What
be
was
on
the game?
YouTube.
Secret of Monkey
Uh,
Island.
The game is
Secret
not
of Monkey
important. No offense.
The
The
game-
game is not important.
No, the game is important, but people got to know what video to look up.
That's fair.
Yeah,
we
it
could
will
have been playing
Tuesday.
solitaire and the same combination would have happened.
That video,
Yes,
that
it's
video
true.
will be up on YouTube on Tuesday.
Yeah, the Tuesday after this is recorded live.
Yes. Yes.
But anyway.
So
I think we got a D&D game to get to,
yeah, let's do that.
where interesting stuff is happening, because it always is. So as we say, in the land of Dicefunctional, Connor, take it away.
So, where we last left our group of intrepid adventurers, they had just managed to finally get their way to the city on the mountain in Elysium. After meeting up with 3 Gala, who turned out to actually have known Amelie and were close friends of hers, purely through the luck of the rolls. The team then managed to convince them to help them get over to the city on the mountain, and suddenly the trip that could have taken a heck of a lot longer was done in a matter of minutes. You all now find yourselves inside of said city, but along the way you were told about a threat that is currently present in Elysium. The Prince in Chains, the Herald of Zon Kuthon, who was initially chained up and left comatose has managed to break free and now may just be residing somewhere in Elysium. But that's not the problem right now. Now, you guys have to go find a Brigidine and convince them to help you. You guys find yourselves currently inside of the mountain on the city. The city on the mountain.
That would have been interesting.
Yes, indeed. And what I will point out immediately is you guys note that it is, by all means, a very eclectic and pleasant feel to this area right now. Hold on, I need the crowd noises. You note that
People
there
gotta
are
load in.
there are many various people at this location, all sorts, all races, all sizes, and plenty of Azada present as well, judging by the wings and odd individuals that you're seeing. Right now, you're in the middle of what is almost like a market, but you're noting that most of the people here don't really do a whole lot of buying with typical currency. It's mostly bartering. Actually, I would say it's almost entirely bartering. One of the most common currencies that you're seeing right now is salt. People will buy products with bags of salt. It is the most reliable way of doing so, you would assume. If something more expensive is being purchased, it looks like other bits of produce or spices are being sold off. Some of them nicer and more expensive. But for the most part, you want to buy something, you're looking at selling with bags of salt. You see nobody using gold, platinum, silver, or copper.
Well, good news. I got a bunch of salt in the this little snack pouch here.
I mean, it's not like Dea has a salt bag or anything.
It's once per day, but if we do need some nice pink salt, that's, just...
we do need to find some food so we can make food for our new friends.
And the kitchen.
We need to find some place to sleep.
I mean,
Yes.
I think as long as we can find a fireplace, Maddie could probably at least make something decent.
That was
fast.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Well, if you guys want, you can split up and start searching around for various things. Maddie, do you have an idea of what you're looking to cook?
I don't know. That really depends if the dealers are, I don't know, interested in something that they want, I guess.
Just a quick note to remind you, don't these ones also like hot food?
They typically like spicy food.
So looking for peppers and stuff would be good.
I guess spicy food to also prep ingredients for Brigidine as well. So.
Don't we have like precretion spices?
And she's also got the pepper gun.
That is true.
Cracked pepper, as in like peppercorns.
Yes, but if you add enough pepper to something.
No, that's not how it works.
I mean,
Jess,
there are...
we're not talking white people spicy. We're talking like actual spicy.
We're talking real spice. Also, in fairness, there are some foods that are like heavily peppered. It doesn't taste spicy. It tastes
bad.
Pepper.
Well, it tastes unique. Because if you use it in a dish that's intended to be based around it, it's pretty interesting.
It was more a joke than anything else, but I see I'm gonna get roasted tonight.
I say
Fucking nerd.
My character's precretion. She handles spice unlike me.
Don't we have precretion spices?
We should.
You do.
I think Maddie has them.
We do.
That should be helpful.
Wait a minute.
You bought them because you were trying to impress Dea.
Yep.
No, I didn't.
No, we collected them on the boat.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I'm saying it as a lie. No, I didn't.
Exactly.
I mean,
But yeah, if you guys want, you can split up and start searching for clues.
Didn't
yeah.
Doug show up out of nowhere?
Yeah, he
Doug
did.
did show up as well. Doug is here.
Yes.
He was content to just kind of fall around quietly, but yeah, he's here too.
How
So we're
about-
Scooby-Doo now.
Alright.
With a dog, we're splitting.
Who does that make?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
Oh no.
Perhaps we should. Well, I'm
Ro
definitely
is
Velma.
scrappy.
So I'm definitely Velma. So hey.
The shaggy dude looks a little like me.
Mercy is definitely Daphne, especially from the live action movie.
Well, that's good in this case. I've
The
been
one
good
that
to go
knew
with dogs in
MMA.
The actress, I can't remember her name right now.
Buffy.
Sarah Michelle Gellar, guys.
Yeah, Sarah Michelle
Thank you.
Gellar.
All I know is that I think she married
Freddie
Freddie
Prinze
Prinze
Jr.
Jr.
Prinze
Yeah,
Jr.
and
Who
they're
is
still
the
married.
Iron Bull.
And they're still married.
They're still
Mhm.
married. Yes.
Lovely.
Anyways, if we're gonna split up, who wants to go bartering, who wants to go look for an inn, and who wants to go info gathering? Those seem to be our big three hints.
I'll go
I
look
should
for an.
definitely be in the market team because I'm not going to be of any help looking for anything else.
That's fair.
I'll go look for an inn, I suppose, because I'm not good at talking to people. So you do not want me near any bartering.
Yeah, Maddie, you of course should probably go with the food hunting people since you're the one cooking.
Yeah.
Gail, Dea, which one of you two are going with her? I assume it's one of the two of you. If not
Dea.
both.
I am not good at bartering. I would have to stay with Maddie.
Alright, if you want to stay with her, you can.
Gail, come with me.
You got a bit of salt on you. It should be good.
I do. It seems, it's pretty unique salt, so maybe it'll go for something.
I hope so.
Gail, you can.
I'll
help
go
me
with the
find-
Rudy.
Yeah.
Alright.
And then we're going in hunting or information hunting?
Info, I think.
Info hunting.
Good cop, bad cop?
We're both bad cops.
Yeah.
Bad cop, bad cop.
Bad
So-
cop, less bad cop.
Can you
Which
can
one
you
of
tell
us
me
is-
where to find this person? Tell me or I'll fucking kill you.
Cock's
Okay,
gone.
you get the gun out, I'll get the sword out, let's go.
It's like that skit in Airplane where they're trying to make the woman calm down and everyone's just lining up and progressively just hitting her.
Ma'am,
with
you need
harder
to calm
stuff.
down.
But do you guys
So-
want to meet back up here in like an hour, 2 hours?
Sure.
I mean, technically, I will point out, since we are all on the same plane, I do believe our comm discs still work.
The comm discs do still work.
Oh,
They still
never
work
mind.
between us. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
good.
like as long as we can't call like Averil, but we can call each other.
Okay,
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay.
We'll just call each other when we figure shit.
Just tell us when you find an inn and we can meet up there.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, sure. So, you
This will
guys,
go well.
you guys actually wound up bumping into the gala only about 4 hours in, so it's actually getting close to it's starting to get it's kind of like the afternoony time where it's definitely darker, but it's not night, not yet.
Yeah.
Go.
Wait,
I-
so is it high noon then?
No.
I will say, but you did say that Maddie doesn't have that much time before she gets very we don't have that much time before we get very tired. Like Maddie's
Yep.
on so we should find the inn as soon as possible. So yeah. Okay.
So, Dea and Maddie, you're going to get food.
With Haru and Doug.
With Haru and Doug. Gail, you're going with Rudy. And Ro and Mercy. My brain kind of short-circuited for a second there.
That's fair.
You guys are going to find information. So I'm going to have one person from each one of those groups. Please roll me a d20.
Jace,
Alright. I'm on it.
I don't trust
I'm,
myself.
I'm good at things.
Hold on.
Listen, I was
Yeah.
not.
Jill was
not-
gonna ask. Sorry, you go first.
No, I was gonna say I was in a game earlier today and we rolled a lot of dice. I did not have good luck with that dice, so
Jill told me Mia, and then I looked and said, "You mean with the natural one I rolled earlier?"
So you know what? It's a
up to you
D20,
guys.
right?
Yeah.
that's okay.
Oh no!
Jesus Christ.
Consistency!
All
Okay.
right.
Now from
One
the
more, five.
one of you from the cooking squad.
Make it a 5. Make it a 5.
Allie,
Five.
Five.
Do it.
Five.
Five.
Come on, Jolly.
I'm not rolling, Becca.
Oh, come on,
Why
Becca.
not? No, I said you should roll.
Oh, should I? Oh.
It
Guys.
doesn't matter.
I'm
Food,
sorry.
it's your thing.
It's hard to tell sometimes, okay?
Yeah.
5.
Hey!
Oh,
There is
hey.
a 5 in there.
Five.
There
Lot
is
better.
a 5 in there.
So,
It's because
Um,
she's got more people with her.
we'll get to the info squad and the in squad later. Dea and Maddie, as you guys are making your way through this marketplace, trying to find a decent place that will sell the spices you're looking for, you guys are gonna snap off the end of your salt dagger and use that for most of your buying stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it until I'm using it, but yeah.
I will say, like, you've already snapped off bits of it for selling, like, for buying like basic stuff like rice, rice, cutlets, stuff like that for a curry,
Sure.
Okay.
You still need to get some specific ingredients, but as you guys are making your way through this marketplace, you notice that there is an individual that is kind of set up in his own little area, and he does not appear to have any merchandise with him, but instead he has a small rug in front of him, and he's got a small deck of black playing cards. And he'll call out to you two and go, "Hello, girls. Would it be possible to..." Oh, Haru as well. Hi, Haru. I forgot you
To be
exist.
fair, he probably wouldn't see
Yeah.
the person.
It's true.
He'd hear them.
Probably wouldn't. Hello, folks. Would you care to play a game?
What kind of game?
Well, a card game. Just simple blackjack.
Hmm.
I
Sure.
cannot agree to anything without knowing the rules.
This
Oh,
is true,
yeah.
and that is a very wise way of handling things. I do not wish to cheat you all. Would you like to play a simple, quick run of it, just for the fun?
Well, if Maggie wants to.
Let's be real. I don't know how to play blackjack in real life, so I don't know.
Oh, you don't know how to play blackjack? Well,
No, I
can...
do not.
Well, if you want, I can explain it to you.
Yeah.
So, the normal rules for blackjack are very straightforward. We both start off with 2 cards. The number on the card stands for that value. So, ace is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They count as that value, so 1 through 10. Face cards, Jack, Queen, and King, also count for 10s. And for most people, aces also count as 11s, or 1s, depending on whether or not you need it to be a 1 or an 11. The objective is to get as close to 21 without going over. If you go over, you bust, you lose. It's as
And
simple as
it's only one chance, though, right?
that. No, you can keep requesting more cards. So if I gave you, let's say, he'll deal you 2 right now. Deal 2 to Jolly. There we go. So let's say I gave you these 2 cards.
Okay.
So, and out of curiosity, what cards do you have?
Do I
this is
just
Connor
click
asking.
on? Do I just click on draw or?
Click on the cards that are hovering above your icon.
Okay.
It should be a 2 with the little playing card symbol. Oh no! The cards above
Wait.
your symbol, it says your name.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes so much sense. Do I just flip it?
Yeah, you can flip it, or you can just click the card icon.
Click. Wait, that's stealing.
That's my hand.
I am so
Stop
confused.
stealing from my hand.
You
Sorry.
see
Okay.
2 cards
now I
above
see
Jolly
it.
on the bottom.
There we go,
bar.
buddy.
I see it. Now
Not
I
my
see it.
hand.
No, I know. It just I didn't before. Sorry.
So what cards do you have?
Hey, it's in character.
It's true.
Let's see, Queen and 9.
That's actually a very good hand. So, the way you would handle it is either You can stay, in which case you cannot draw any more cards. That is it.
Ah, okay.
Or, in my case, I have a 6 and an 8. Only a 14. I would not come anywhere near actually winning. If I drew another card, then I would, at that point, have... Why is there a Joker in this deck? It should not be in this deck.
Oops.
Here.
I would have an 8, a 6, and a queen, which is a 10, which equals 24, meaning I have gone bust. I lose.
Ah, okay. So it's a number game.
Basically, yes. Would you care to play?
I can try.
It does not have to be you. One of your friends can play as well.
Do any of you guys know or how to play?
I know the rules of it, so.
They would have played this before.
I would imagine so. But I have found that there is not much to play for here, unless you're looking to play for spices. So, would you like to play for something different?
Like, what?
Like a wager. You give up something, and if you win the hand, it comes back better.
In
If you
what
lose,
way?
you lose it.
Say I gave you a dagger, in what way would it be better?
I suppose I could do a dagger. Ordinarily, I could, come back with some kind of a strange effect to it. But normally, I was thinking abilities, health, spells, stuff like that. For example, your ability to use a dagger. You give that up, and you lose the ability to use it.
Very well. I do have an ability that can be useful, but I have never used it yet, so...
What is it?
Lifelink.
Lifelink? Oh!
Because 5e... the 5e version of it is not nearly as useful as the Pathfinder one.
God, no. It's nowhere near the same. So you wish to play? What about your friends? I intended this to only be 2 people, but if you want, we can make it a group game. And I will say there's only one winner in blackjack.
That depends on if it's like group all against one another or players against house.
It's it's everybody against everybody. Blackjack only has one winner.
Well, I suppose I could wager my ability to use my disguise kit. I don't have a long wager on that.
What about you?
I'm not entirely sure. I'm just looking through my list right now.
I will point out, as a DM, he will accept wagers of items, proficiencies, health points, and spell slots.
Do I really want to risk my health points right now?
That's up to you.
What about curses?
That's really? Come on. Oh, what the wager? Thank you so much. What am I going to do with this?
In terms of health points, would that be like temporary or like permanent in terms
Oh, it's
of like
permanent.
victors?
It is permanent.
Ah, okay.
With that said, I will give more back if you win.
No, I.
Same thing with the spell slot. If you wager a 3rd level spell slot and you lose, it's gone.
I don't really want to risk anything right now when I'm already in pretty deep trouble with something else at the moment.
That's a shame.
Well,
What about you two?
that is alright.
If you have a tri-point deck, I think I would actually wager that it. With my salt dagger depleted, I actually never pick up my force blade, so currently my usable magic weapon is Undertow.
So you'd like to sacrifice that dagger?
Sure.
Or put it
I've
up
been-
at least?
Yeah, I've just holding on to it. It's just a neat little triangle point.
Do you want to
Thing.
play against me, or do you want to play against one of your friends as well?
I wouldn't want to make them lose anything on just because we're playing as a group, so
A wise choice.
I imagine if we want to play, go one at a time.
Okay. He'll hold out his hand. Do you want to play?
Sure.
Will you take his hand?
His hand.
Okay, he will shake your hand, and the man in a black hat will deal you 2 cards, and he'll deal himself 2 cards. 1, 2. 1, 2. I'll let you go first.
Even
Hit.
this and that.
Okay.
It's way too risky.
I believe I will hit. What do you have? I will stay.
19. I have a king and a 9.
21, exactly.
Ow.
And he has a queen, a 6, and a 5.
Yeah.
And he will take the tri-tip dagger from you, and it will vanish away.
Oh, enjoy that.
That's the fun of the game. You do not win all the time. You want to raise the stakes?
No. I just lost.
There's still more to win.
I am not a gambler by nature.
It can go either way.
It's true. They can.
Let's work on me. Shut up.
What about you?
I will give it a try. Most likely only once.
What will you wager?
I have an ability that links one's life with another.
Lifelink. Let me look this over.
Basically, it prevents like the other person from dying while they're linked to the other person. The other person has hit points.
Okay. So, out of character, if you win, I'm thinking more like a shared version of it, where like you both take like half damage. Would that be better for you?
I remember there was the Pathfinder version of it was when someone you were life linked with took damage, you took a certain number of those points, and then anything excess the person who
Don't
took
went
it
back.
still took. Basically, like, say the first 5 hit
And then
points of
the rest
damage
went back
would
to
be
them.
redirected, but
Yeah,
as
I
long
get
as it
that.
doesn't cause me to lose concentration from damage, since I
Gotcha.
think it's technically not taking damage but directly removing health.
Yeah. So we'll talk this over if you win, but he'll hold his hand out. Do you care to play?
Very well. No. Also put his hand out.
Okay. He will shake hands with you. And as you shake hands with him this time, you feel something latch onto you.
Out of curiosity, using detect magic, what?
It is difficult to describe. It's akin to a necromancy or a transmutation effect. It's basically going to take away that effect if you lose. So he deals you 2 cards. He deals himself 2 cards.
Well, I'm definitely going to need at least 1 more card.
Very well. I will stay.
Ooh, this is a tricky one. I don't think this is enough to win if I stay, so 1 more card.
Very well. Gives you a 4th card.
Gosh. That's even more tricky.
I've been in this situation before. I know what's happening. He's getting a bunch of low cards and going, God damn it.
Wait, quick
Oh
question.
no!
Are you doing probability in your head right now, Cody, to
Yes,
decide to draw
he
more?
absolutely is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm playing
that's what I
cards against the guy who can count cards.
thought.
I've never tried counting cards.
The theory behind it's not that hard.
To not bust, I have under a 50% chance. So it's more than a 50% chance that I will bust, especially with me having 4 cards that are of the ones that I need to pull. But chances are you probably have something at least 18, if not 19 or higher, if you're staying.
I have a feeling you
I'm
do
gonna-
very well in poker and other kind of bluffing.
I'm going to have to need another card to just hope.
Oh my gosh, okay. You are really pushing your luck.
Yeah, that is a bust. You gave me 3, 4, 6, 2.
Oh,
So at 4
Lord.
cards, I was
Oh.
at 15.
3, 4, 6,
Not
2. Wait, you
That's
started
rough.
with a 7.
Yes. I said
he-
I'm gonna need at least 1 more card.
He will put out his cards. He has an ace and a 9. You had a 20.
Yeah.
As I thought.
It's
I-
rigged.
It is. I will say, out of character, I don't know how to rig the actual system
No,
here.
I'm kidding.
With that said, if I could find a way to play a cheating gambler, I definitely would. And he will say, "Tough luck, my friend." And as he says that, the effect that you felt latch onto you goes away, and you feel the lifelink ability also fade. You are no longer able to use lifelink; it is gone.
I didn't use it to begin with. Hmm.
Any other takers? Young lady?
No. No.
Well, if that is the case, then I do hope you enjoy your time here.
Thanks for
Hmm?
taking our stuff.
That's the way of the game.
Well, we have some more spices to buy, so let's
Enjoy your
get
day.
going.
And you guys begin making your way away from the gambling man. Now, you guys also need to do a little bit of shopping. So, Maddie, are there any particular things you're looking for? Like, are you going for a certain kind of curry? Are there certain ingredients you want? Or are you just going to be looking for food?
Food in general. Personally, out of character, I'm just looking for anything that would suffice with what spicy the galas want, but also something that's just also spicy for the Brigidine, I guess. So
you're looking for decently spicy, and you're also looking for a ghost pepper spicy. Gotcha.
yeah.
So, You guys do manage to find what is more or less a small market area. You're able to find stuff like pork cutlet, beef, goat, lamb, stuff like that. So you can make a curry no problem. No, it's okay. You're also able to find that they do sell various peppers and spices. Now, you're kind of realizing real quickly that while that chunk of salt you have might not is definitely a good amount, you don't know if it'll be enough for some of these things, namely the big spicy pepper that you need for the Brigidine, or the spiciest one that they have. So you might have to do a little bit of haggling to get it to work out. Just as Cody has vanished from the aether.
So it's that type of bartering for everything. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
basically.
yeah.
Oh
It's an
my
open
God.
market. It's what happens.
That's why we had heart.
If you want, we can go back to one of the other folks if you want to.
See
Yeah,
if Cody
that might-
comes back later. We'll get him
Yeah.
to
Got
do
it.
the bartering, because I got nothing on that. Unless Jolly
I-
wants to
I-
try. Because you do
I
have the
got nothing.
charisma.
The what? Oh, But
It's
I'm
not so bad.
disadvantaged right now.
Ooh, right.
Right, you are.
Okay. Over to the inn crew then.
Yeah.
Well, we go.
Well, you guys are going to be looking around for a little bit, trying to hunt down for a place to rest. Either an inn, some kind of a I don't know,
Something.
motel. You're
A
looking
really
for
big
whatever
tree.
works.
No. Oh,
Holiday Inn.
sorry. Yeah.
We are on holiday after all.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Doesn't
Not
feel like a
really.
holiday,
we're,
does it?
We're really under pressure here.
Yeah.
We're the
So-
opposite of a holiday right now.
True.
So, you guys begin to meander around the open sky city, and you find that there is actually a small section where it looks like
Hold on. We
yeah
the
we did
cameras all
lost,
moved.
yeah we lost Cody.
I know. It's,
Oh,
No,
he's
we
back.
found Cody. We found Cody.
there we go.
You guys managed to hunt down a spot where you actually see that it's on the edge of the city itself, over where it overhangs to just a sheer face drop. There is what appears to be a staircase that leads down from that sheer face drop.
All right. Let's take a look.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
and I will point out there is a sign near it that reads the cocoon.
Sure.
Making your way
Don't
inside.
sleep in cocoons. We could do that.
As you make your way down, you find that you are inside of an area that inside. You're inside of an area that has what is more or less like a skywalk that travels along the length of this area. That is composed of some kind of a lightish bronze-colored material that is just supported up to the foundation of the city itself. And there is a small, almost like a clerk's area off to the side. But as you look ahead, you see that there are these what are basically hammocks that are just hanging in open air, mounted from the foundation of the city itself. There are walls around this area to provide privacy and to help with the wind, but you can look straight down and there's a drop. It just goes down. There are various rungs and ropes to hold on to help you from falling out, but you can see why I got the name.
Because they're like cocoons.
Yes.
That makes
This-
sense.
This'll be interesting.
I mean, if you don't think anybody else would want to do this one, we could always find another one.
Sure. I mean, we have to find someone to talk to.
There, like I said, there's a clerk's area.
Okay.
We can do that.
So, making your way over to the clerk area, you find behind the counter there is what appears to be an aarakocra of some sort. They have a small, short, curved beak. and these kind of slate gray feathers and a slight kind of greenish band across like over their nose face area with these little white eye circles. Visually, they resemble a pigeon, and they look at you and go, "Hello, how may I help you?"
Greetings, friend. So we're looking for a place to get a bit of a rest. We have 7 of us. How much is it to get 6 or 7 hammocks?
7 hammocks? Typically, we we will accept that for, I would say, a quarter of a pound of salt. That should be fine.
All right. Out of curiosity, I'm a bit on the heavy side.
How so? Oh, yes. Right.
Mass is rather large.
I believe you should be okay for the most part. We use high-quality materials for the hammocks, and the anchor points have not fallen out.
That's good. That's good to know. All right. Well, then we'll. What do you think? 1 person to hammock or 2 to hammock? Normally.
It's intended to be 1, as 2 is a bit uncomfortable.
You know, you say that, but that's not entirely true. We can get 7 of them.
That is fine.
I'm doing that right, Rudy? There are 7 of us, right? Right, right. All right. Gail's gonna reach into the snack pouch and just literally grab a handful of salt and put it on the desk. I got it right here if you need it.
He'll kind of like bring over a set of like metal scales. And he'll put like a quarter-pound weight on it.
Gail will just like do the fist thing where you just slowly open it up until it gets like exactly to half a pound.
That's good. That's good.
All right. Wipe off the hand. Pleasure to in business.
You as well. And he'll shake his hand. He'll shake your hand with his like taloned hand.
Yeah.
So, the rooms you will be in are over there.
All right.
Basically, you should be in a set of red hammocks about halfway down.
All right. Appreciate you. We'll be back later on.
That is fine.
He will kind of like.
Do you have a place where? Do you know of any place where like someone can cook?
Someone can cook?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
right.
Yes, there are several locations to cook. Anyone who owns a home here in the city would likely have a kitchen. Other than that, there are various open pits where one could cook and have a nice little celebration. I'm assuming you are very new to the city, correct?
Yes.
You could say we just blew in.
Ah, yes. Well, look for some open pits. You should be able to do some cooking there. Perhaps someone would let you borrow their kitchen for a bit. They'll likely request something in return. Aside from that, there are no real communal cooking spaces.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much.
Appreciate the information, friend.
Not a problem.
What's your name, by the way?
Hmm?
What's your name, by the way?
Oh. Kin.
Kid.
Kin.
Good to meet you. Gail.
Pretty.
Nice to meet you both. But, still, if you have any other questions, I'll be gladly willing to assist you.
Thank
Sounds
you so
great.
much.
Appreciate you.
Take off.
Okay. Also, I paused because the first name that my brain came up with was Ken, and I went, no, probably not.
So, as we're walking away, I will like pull out a comm disc, and I will call. Can you like group call? I don't know if you like. No, right?
can't.
So I will call.
Can we start a multi-person message?
Yeah.
So-
So
no.
You
she'll
both
look
have
at she'll
one,
look
so
at
you
she'll look
can
at
each
Dale and
call
she'll
the
say,
other.
"You call Mercy, I'll call Dea, so we can let him know where it is."
So while you guys are doing that,
Yeah.
Gossip Girls.
XO.
What's your plan?
We're gonna look around for people who look like they probably leave town the most often, or anyone who looks to have a lot of, I don't know, status in the area.
A lot of status in the area. Okay.
Well, people who have status meet lots of people. Lots of people, there's lots of information.
Yeah, that's fair.
So do barkeeps.
True.
Also fair.
To be fair, a barkeep would have a lot of salt.
Put it on the rim of my glass, please.
Alright, go on.
I don't know how to respond to those two stupid laughs we just got there.
It's my middle-aged Facebook mom
I know.
meme.
I will point out the minute you brought up putting rim on the salt on the
Rim on the salt.
sorry,
Rim
salt
on
on
the
the rim
salt.
of a
Rim on the
glass.
salt.
My brain immediately went, man, I'm making an expensive drink.
I want you to know, I only mimicked Jill, so if I mimicked that well, I'm very proud of myself.
It's
I'm
the
disappointed.
Goldschlager of Elysium.
I'm disappointed in both of you, to be honest.
That's
So-
what
That's
I
on
do.
you.
That's what I do. I'm here to disappoint.
I'd say it'd be perception checks to try and find someone who looks either like they've kind of like a perception check to try and find someone who looks like they travel around a lot, and it'd be insight to try and figure out who's probably like got the best reputation here. Either way, it's a roll.
Hold on, double checking something. Okay. As weird as it sounds, I'm gonna do perception because it's what I'm proficient in.
Mm-hmm.
Jill,
Yes.
you have a 2 and 2 on either or, so
Oh.
do you want to do the same thing or do you want to do something different?
Do you want to do perception? I'll do insight.
I got a 24 on perception,
Okay.
which means I got a 19 on the die.
Just for funsies, I'll do insight.
17.
Oh, it's under mercy, but it's me, I promise.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
it's
I
on the
believe
same
it.
sheet now.
I
so we
believe you.
forget to
So
jump back and
you've
forth.
got basically two options. Well, no, you have a few options, I should say. So for people who look like they've been traveling around a lot, there are of course various Azada out there that you could likely speak to, but you're finding it harder and harder to judge them because they all have different looks to them, and some of them always kind of have this vaguely ruffled or worn look to them. So you're not entirely sure who would be the best one to talk to there. With that said, there are a few folks that you see that definitely look like they travel a fair amount. One looks to be just kind of a weathered-looking farmer fellow, shaved head, got skin like leather, deeply tanned, wrinkled, just has like a white goatee beard that is either white from age or sun bleaching. You're not entirely sure which. There's also a fellow wearing a black rancher's hat, who looks to be wearing kind of like finery more than anything, like very fine traveler's garb. He's sitting in front of a mat playing with a deck of cards. There's also what looks to be an open air bar nearby, which Ro, you'd pick up on. They probably have a decent reputation around here and are worth speaking to. Past that point, the other thing that Mercy would notice is that there is a certain section of this town that you're kind of seeing is lacking in a lot of wooden materials, and it's like much smaller than the rest. Like it's about the size of like a small like block, and that's about it. Or like a small park maybe. And it looks to be kind of fortified and mostly open air, but you see no evidence of any wood in that area.
So do we want to talk to the farmer, the rancher, or the people that look vaguely important?
Or get blasted at the... No, we can't do that yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Or do you want to go walk into the weird place that doesn't have any wood?
Big fan of the guy with the hat.
Which hat? Fancy hat? The rancher?
Cowboy hat.
Mm.
Rancher hat.
Do you think you could get us mounts?
I think you could get us hats.
Both.
Who do you want to talk? You want to talk to the fellow in the rancher's hat?
The
Yeah.
rancher head.
Okay. You start heading over to the fellow in the rancher hat, and you see that he's kind of like shuffling through a deck of black cards, and he'll look up at you two and go,
Why, hello there. It's very nice
Howdy.
to see you too. Would you care to play a game?
What you playing?
Blackjack.
Is that just the game mode?
It's the same man.
Is it the
it's
same
the,
man?
it's the exact same guy. It's the exact same guy. The first roll was to figure out who had the best chance of meeting this guy, because he's nice to see and he could help you potentially. And then you guys were looking for someone who
You guys
traveled a
are
lot, and
so-
guess what?
You guys are in such trouble right now. Such
You guys,
trouble.
I literally told Jill this is the worst person Mercy could have run into, and now she has.
We were like, oh, thank God that's not us.
No, now
Oh.
it's kind of like, oh God, now we're kind of fucked because
Mercy's gonna look at him and go, depends what we betting.
Well, that is largely up to you. I am always not against a simple game. That is fine. But with that said, I do enjoy a wager. Yeah, I've had some folks attempt to wager salt and the like, but that is no fun. Salt is boring. It is not the same. It does not have the same song that coin does. I prefer making wagers. Put up something that you have, and well, I'll make it better when I give it back, or I'll take it.
Out of character real quick. This is really bad for me. Not like as Mercy the player, as Jessica the player.
Mm-hmm.
I will play gambling games and video games
Mhm.
for hours.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to show as much restraint as I possibly can.
I'll put a limit on you right now. You get 3 attempts. 3.
I can do a lot of damage in 3 attempts.
That's it. If you lose something really important, I'm cutting you off.
The 3 is enough to launch you solidly into your corruption arc.
Mercy's gonna look at him for a second and say, how about trading information?
Can I wager my alignment? Give it back better.
He kind of like pauses mid shuffle and goes,
Well, I would say that depends on the information. It's difficult to double information, especially according to its value. I could certainly see what I could try. I wouldn't say no.
We're after information about something in particular. A person who probably lives in the mountain. A Brigidine. Do you happen to know?
I'm sure somebody is known at some point. Okay. I think I could very well set that up as my wager. But you'll have to wager something that I find interesting enough to accept it.
What's
After
your
all,
thoughts?
Brigidine are not the most common individuals.
Then what do you want back?
I do not know.
If you...
This is a first, to be completely honest with you. Never really had this kind of thing happen.
Have you been to the material plane recently?
No, I've been dead for a while.
That's fair. Do you want me to tell you what's happening in Pakusha for exchange? In particular, stuff that most people would not know.
What if you lose that?
Oh well.
You lose all the knowledge of what's happening.
Wait,
in
would I
Pakusha.
lose the knowledge of it entirely?
You come back, you're like, man, we should go visit. I haven't been back in a while.
That's true. So
Bear
maybe
in
not.
mind, anything you wager, you lose. If you
That's true.
don't win.
Don't lose that. Don't lose that.
Okay, how about this instead then? And this is out of character. Can I wager one of my battle die?
Yes,
So
absolutely.
some of my knowledge as a fighter.
How many battle die do you have?
I have 4.
You have 4? Yeah, you can wager one of those.
Then that's what I'll wager for this.
I want you to know the fear I felt when the first thing Jessica opened upon looking for things to give away was her entire spell sheet. She was just scrolling through, and I said,
Jill, I want you to look at the spell sheet though.
you have all of them, I know.
What? Some of these I will never use.
You don't know that. I'm not sure.
Also, you're a divine caster. You technically know all spells.
You got them all. You took Pokemon very literally.
So, if that is agreeable to you, I will accept your wager.
Fair enough.
Ro is eagle-eyed, watching for any cheating. BT dubs.
That is fine. You can make a perception check.
Wait, it's on Ro? Okay.
Yes, I changed it to Ro just in case.
Perception. Just kidding. Ha.
He has fast hands and he seems to be very used to this, but also Connor can't cheat, so no, there's no cheating happening.
As the game starts, Mercy's gonna go, let's see which way Desna points. Good or bad?
We shall see.
Well, let's see what cards you get as well, because
Hey, fun fact, I'm not great at blackjack.
Fun fact, I love blackjack. It's one of my favorite games.
I don't, with Roll20, I don't know if being good at it has anything to do with it.
There's always
that's
tactics.
Hey, Connor, I
Yes.
just clicked the cards above my name, correct?
Yes.
There are tactics, honestly, though.
Yes, there are.
There are, but they don't always apply in pseudo-random situations.
No.
True.
Correct. Pseudo-random makes it difficult, but also, if I'm the one giving you the cards, it makes it less trustworthy.
That's
Because,
fair.
hey, look, what am I doing with my hands? Granted, this is like, I only have one black set of cards, but still.
Excuse me.
And most blackjack games are played with multiple decks, so
Yes.
that
It's truly random.
To make it harder to card count.
Yes, indeed.
well,
That's why...
also so that there's a much higher chance of there being the same cards within a single hole.
Hey, Connor,
Yes.
how do I draw another card?
You asked me.
I would like
You-
another card.
You'd like to hit?
Just once.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Nope. I hard busted.
Oh, you busted hard?
I had a 15, you gave me a 10.
Oh.
Ooh.
Wah, wah.
It was a calculated risk.
Well,
Boy, am I
that's good.
bad.
I only had a 4 and a 10. I was
happens.
going to hit after you did, but you feel something latch onto your brain, and then you lose one of your battle die. You only have 3 left.
That's
One
fine.
attempt down, 2 remain.
Do you want to make an attempt?
I
Ro?
don't. I don't actually.
Why not? I'm sure you have some things with gambling with.
Yeah, but I like to keep my things.
That is fair. Most people do.
You have 3 rabbit feet.
I know that they don't really do much besides be alive.
Besides be rabbit feet.
I will say again, he is willing to take skill proficiencies, hit points, spell slots, and items. Mind you, he's appraising the things you put forward.
I'm gonna ask Jill something with the mic off real quick before I.
Secret time.
I love shit like this.
This secret brought to you by gambling. Make sure it's legal when you do it.
Here's my thing is that I've already, like, if I were to run into this, I already know what Rudy would give, but, like, also, Rudy wouldn't gamble, so...
Most is
would
gonna
offer the weirdest shit.
Most is gonna pull out something that it's a shining liquid that's constantly changing color, and she's gonna set down the vial of weird water that is every magic school she found below the earth.
That is certainly strange, and I would gladly take it. I do not know what it is, though.
Neither do we, but it's got every school of magic consisting in it. And when we combined something else weird with it, it created a weird squid creature.
Yeah.
So who knows what you could do with it.
Don't touch it. Because it got funky. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the stuff that got funky when I touched it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Got funky.
Okay. I think I will accept it, but only once. So hopefully you do not have more you wish to try and gamble with.
No, that's the only one I've got on me.
Okay. He will accept your wager.
I like how you were preemptively about to remove it, like you knew.
Look, it's not
I'm
like
fucked.
Mercy's not proficient in this. She's proficient in dice games.
I only have cards, but if you have some dice, we could play a dice game.
I do have dice. I'm staying.
Stay.
You're staying? I am staying as well.
What you got, homie?
20.
20.
King and-
20.
Oh!
I got a jack and a queen.
I have a king and a king. Very well. In that case, let us go again. You did it wrong.
Yeah. I was
Don't
so
you guys love
confident.
gambling?
No.
No, because I love gambling, but it stresses me out.
I spent like $600 in Overwatch loot boxes. This is a problem for me.
They're disgusting.
2 heads are better than 1, but it makes for interesting decisions when it comes to gambling.
Yeah.
Hit me.
We only have one brain cell among us, and it does take the both of us to work it.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's
It's a
fine.
Gundam.
I
It's
love
like a
that.
tandem bicycle.
I love
I just
it.
stop pedaling sometimes.
Very well. Here you are. I will also take a hit.
I know what I would do.
What would you do?
I would stay.
I want to stay. I mean, worst case scenario is I lose the vial of weird water.
Worst case scenario.
Yeah, stay.
I will stay as well. What do you have?
17.
20.
Yeah.
Mother
7 for
Jesus
queen.
Nice.
I don't. Okay, this is not Road. This is Jill. I hate this man.
Hey!
And at
He's
this
a nice
point,
boy. He's a nice boy.
Connor,
He probably is,
if-
but
if he's willing to play dice, I do have dice.
Sure. I can play dice with you.
let's really make this a game of chance instead of fucking blackjack.
But I'd say, to be fair, and Mercy will pull out her legit dice, not her cheater dice.
No.
Because I do have cheater dice.
Very well. Do you wish to play craps?
Okay, Connor, out of character. I don't know shit about dice.
The rules for craps are pretty straightforward. It is. Let me see. Oh gosh.
Can't we just roll dice set?
Come on.
We can.
I don't know what skill that would be, to be honest with you. though.
No. There's no real skills to it. That's the
It's
thing
just
about a lot
better
of these
luck.
games. Yeah, it's just luck.
And as we know, I don't have any. Actually, I have one luck point, but I don't know how that would be used in blackjack.
I would allow. I basically let you draw a different card.
I have only one more turn though. That
I
will
can-
let me.
I can quickly try and find a different set. I can try and find a dice game, but I was ready to
Nah.
roll with blackjack.
Let's
Yeah, we'll just do it.
Yahtzee!
We'll do one more.
Yahtzee!
We'll do one more.
There was a D&D dice game that I did once. It's pretty simple. 3d6. Highest roll wins. You can use luck or sleight of hand to swap out dice rolls if you want, but if you get caught, you lose.
Mercy will set out the homeward bound compass. Will you take this?
I don't think it is valuable enough for this kind of information.
Fair.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
This is information for information in a sense, and she'll set out her demon book she has.
Which one is this? Is this the one that had the stuff on the Oiner Demon?
Yeah. It's not like I would lose the knowledge, I just lose the book in this case.
It is information for information's sake. If I'd say that on its own it would not be enough. If you combine it with the compass, I would gladly take it.
Sure.
Okay.
I lose it, I lose it. Look, I'm not betting things Mercy cares too deeply about.
It still stresses me out.
Oh, good lord. Hit. Okay.
I would hit as well.
It could be either one we want.
Yeah.
So.
Hit again.
Never mind. I bust.
Yay!
I pulled 3 8s.
Oh.
Hell yeah!
We pulled a 7, and then you gave us an ace.
If this was Gin Rummy, I would have been doing very well.
Hey, does this mean I can bet one more time?
No.
Do you wish to?
Absolutely no.
Like I said, I will attempt to improve anything you give to me.
Is the halfling pulling her gun on Mercy right now?
The hand is itching. You can see Rose's hand.
Mercy will put the stuff that she bet back away because she knows Ro will shoot her.
We don't have time to run up here in the Elysium Casino. We got stuff to do. We can come back though.
I'm not much of a casino.
But you know what? Anyway.
So, the
So
information you wished for?
Yes.
That is easy. So, there are Brigidines nearby. And there actually is one in the city currently. They have their own little communal home that they keep to themselves. They have to do so as any wooden objects near them would catch fire very quickly.
That's what the stone area is.
There was one that was recently brought in. She was injured.
We might be able to fix that.
We can help her.
Oh, yes.
She
One of our
She-
sisters was disappeared recently.
The prince.
She went out to try to find her, and she came back hurt.
Because they're not as good at fighting them because it's literally made to hurt them.
Speaking of wagers, how much you want to bet she's gonna ask us to go find her sister for a favor?
Would you like to gamble for that?
No! We're gambling with each other right now. Probably pretty high, but the fact that we know she's there, we could probably do some healing on her.
Okay, well, information achieved.
Thank you. I'm gonna walk away before the spirit of my horrible gambling addiction comes back.
Spirit of my crippling addiction to gambling.
There is nothing wrong with gambling, as long as you
Well-
win eventually.
Well,
As a follower of Desna, that is debatable. Not all luck is good luck, even if you win. Because winning just means you want to play again because you won once.
You say that, but I think I was pretty lucky to get here.
Hmm.
Yes,
We may be back sometime. Cowboy man?
I'm sure you will. You may simply call me Sol.
Sol?
Sol.
Sol. Well, should we go find the others?
Yup.
So, shopping crew.
Yes.
You guys were heading off to try and find yourselves some some food, and while you're pretty sure that you have the right stuff ahead in front of you, you don't think that with the amount of salt you have at your disposal right now, it'll be enough for all the things you need. Maddie, you're pretty confident that you can manage to make do with the stuff that you have, but the issue is that if you did that, it simply wouldn't be as good as you'd like it to be.
I believe we could put together a persuasive argument.
Maybe.
I'll leave that to you, homie, because I have not had a good history of bartering under my belt.
I could use one of my spells to make something. If it's, you know, if it doesn't help with that, I don't.
What spell are we talking about?
Hero's Feast. Because I could just.
Ah! So Hero's Feast actually does all of it for you.
Yeah.
Let's put that on the back burner for now.
I know that's like in case it doesn't end up well.
Save that for
Because it's A, a spell set, and B, a very expensive spell.
I know it's expensive.
it's good in an emergency.
Yeah.
Are we actually at the place where we can get the spice?
Yes, you are. You see that the individual there right now appears to be a weathered old farmer woman. She looks to be currently like keeping, like not really keeping an eye on you guys suspiciously, but more so just doing it so more out of habit.
Hmm.
Because she said that what you were offering wasn't good enough, and sometimes that can just go badly.
Specifically, the salt from the salt dagger.
Yeah, basically she's okay with the salt, and she'll take it, but it's just not enough for what you're looking to get.
What if I trade in my Mary Berry with?
Hold on.
Now that she would definitely take.
Hold on. I believe that you do not quite understand the quality of this salt. Have you ever had
Fucking
completely
shyster.
pure sea salt?
Fucking shyster. Such a piece of shit.
That comes from the deepest part of the ocean, and
You're
it is
such
not
a
something
dick.
that
I
you
hate
can
you so
find
much.
here on Elysium. I doubt there are even significantly large bodies of salt water here with which to find it. The flavor profile is quite exquisite, and I'm sure that, especially for someone like yourself, you could turn quite a profit if you were to use it as a bartering for other spices.
What a cunt. Roll deception, you fuck. You're so full of shit. For multiple reasons that I could get into, you're so full of shit.
Love salt.
She falls for your lines very easily, and she will gladly give you the ingredients that you guys are looking for.
Yay!
Asshole.
Jesus Christ. I feel a little bad. This is why I can't barter. You can't do this.
I'm too
He's
tired
good
to
at
care.
a few things.
What do you mean a few things? Shut up.
I'd lie too, to be honest, but I'm too tired for that.
So, you very easily are able to get a hold of the stuff you're looking for by simply lying to the individual, and well, hey, it worked.
It's not a
Turns out-
total lie.
No, it is a total lie. It absolutely
Sea
is,
salt's
because
just pink.
pink Himalayan salt is mined. It does not come from the water.
Yes, but it is something that you probably can't find here.
Yes, you are correct. So, you would be able to get a hold of the ingredients pretty easily. And at about that point, you guys get a call from who is going to call the cooking crew?
Rudy, I think. Michelle's muted, but it's Rudy.
Yeah, I was calling Dea
Dea.
and Maddie, and then I was calling Dea specifically, and then Gail was gonna call Mercy. I think I told him. Correct, Jace? Jace, correct me.
Aye,
Aye.
that's true.
Okay.
I am no.
What?
All right.
Okay. Connor, stop looking at your cards.
No, I'm resorting them. So, in that case, one of you would get a call from Erudite.
I would call Dea.
Yep.
Dea, we found a place. It's
Okay, great.
interesting. It's interesting.
Hey.
It's hammocks in the air. It seems safe.
Well, I've probably had worse.
Fair enough. And she'll tell her where it is. We can all meet there, I suppose. But
Did you find any places to cook as well?
they said there were. You could ask. I mean, obviously, a home if you can find someone willing to let you cook. And there are apparently open pits, scattered throughout. And you can maybe ask someone if you can use an open pit. I think that was it. Right? Was there anywhere else? I think those were the two
That was
places,
basically
right? Yeah, that's okay.
Well, someone look at someone probably, because I don't know anyone in Elysium, personally.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. I think we're heading back towards you guys. We could maybe find a pit, or we'll see if we can find a. We'll be on the lookout for a pit, I think. Right, Gail? And I'll just like, right, Gail?
What?
Do we want to look for a pit?
We can look for one of those.
Okay. let's
Well,
look
let
for
me
a-
call Mercy first.
Okay.
Gail, you call up Mercy.
Hi. We found
Sup?
a place to stay.
We found a Brigidine in the city.
Oh,
She's hurt.
we should help her.
Yeah, she
That's
went
easy
looking for
one.
a missing sister.
Where's she at?
Look for the place that's made entirely of stone in town.
Like a house.
Like a area, like
It's like
nothing in an.
it's like a housing area.
Alright.
It's like an entire section of a town.
Oh. Do you
It's
think
all
she
made
has
of
a
stone.
house?
Probably. We're gonna go look once you guys get here. Because,
Do
well,
you think they have kitchens?
probably. I mean, she's made a fire.
Got it.
Wait, you could make a fire pit and cook on it.
This is true.
We could do that. There are some pits that already exist, but Ken, who's in charge of the cocoons, he said we could look at somebody's house.
Yeah, we might be able to do that. Like I said, she's hurt right now. Also, I lost the vial of weird magic water.
To who?
The guy I got the information from.
Got it. Yeah, that's fine. Probably won't come back to hurt us in any way. I wouldn't worry about it.
No.
Nah, that's not a problem.
But, yeah, if you can gather up the others.
Well, we'll head the way of the stone buildings and such.
Yeah.
See if we can help them. And then make food at the same time.
Probably at the same time, pretty easily.
Alright.
Alright. Bye.
Gail is already hung up and walking.
Damn, that's cool.
Mercy's gonna look at her and go, should I have my feelings be hurt by that?
Absolutely. You cry about it?
No, I'm tempted to call him back and just hang up as a spite. But I'm not gonna do it right now. We have more important things than being spiteful.
I can't wait for the conversation between the two of you two, where you just keep calling each other and hanging up repeatedly.
Hi, can I call you right back? I'm in the middle of something.
Can I call you back? Thanks.
So you guys are all able to meet up very easily. You guys are going to meet up at that stone housing complex, correct? Okay.
I would have, if that's the case, I would have called Dea and told her that.
Mm.
I wouldn't have, yeah. I wouldn't have left them hanging. That would have been rude as hell.
So
Everybody
you guys,
except the people we need, get over here.
yeah. So you guys are able to find this location very easily, as it is, like I said, it is the only section of town where there is no wood, no cloth, nothing flammable at all. You make your way over and you see that it basically has this vaguely like Roman architecture appearance to it. There is no roof to it, but it's still surrounded by those pillars and has walling to keep most folk out. There is an open entrance to the location, and inside you see that there is some kind of a dull orange-red light that is visible from a distance.
I could be wrong. But that way?
Probably.
Most likely.
Let's go.
Alright.
Okay. You all begin to make your way into this location, and inside, you see that it is simply decorated. Well, I shouldn't say simply decorated. It is well decorated, but in a way that you all are not terribly used to seeing. Most of the buildings that you guys go into have carpets, rugs, tapestry, curtain shade, like shades, stuff like that, to
Things that can be burned.
things that can be burned. This location is composed almost entirely of stone and other non-flammable materials such as metal. Various types of stone have been joined together in patterns to produce nice tiling effects and other ways of adding a little bit more atmosphere to this location, including these large panels on the wall itself that provide this beautiful geometric shape. But you would also note that there are still paintings in this area, but instead they're made of these metal sheets that have been you would assume burnished or finished in some way to add a color to it. And you are instead looking at these very beautifully illustrated and created paintings that are entirely made of metal. But the most notable thing of all is there is these kind of sets of like stone cubbies that resemble bedding in some manner, and inside of one of them, there is a let me pull this up right now.
Hot fire lady.
There is a woman there. She appears to be laying down inside of jail. Stop it.
Huh?
She appears to be lying down inside of one of these stone cubbies currently. You see that she is completely nude. They have no clothing on their person at all, as their flesh is completely composed of bright orange glowing lava. They have what look almost like these obsidian masses that kind of float stationary inside of their person at certain sections of the body, like near the elbows and near the fingers and stuff like that, almost like they've cooled slightly. But you see that the stone that she lays upon is slightly scorched and warped from the general heat that she puts out. Her hair is less so hair and more of a flame that has simply been contained and restrained back, and something akin to a ponytail that rises upward. You also note that she is visibly injured. There are sections of her skin on one of her arms and along her belly and legs that have been badly scraped and seem to ooze something that would be blood for a individual composed entirely of lava.
Plasma.
Plasma.
You know, it's the super hot element, and it's
Yes,
also
I
what's
know
in
what
your-
it is. Hot.
I'm funny, damn it.
So, but you see that she's currently kind of laying back and resting.
Should we knock? Hello?
It's up to y'all.
Hello?
You will see that the eyes of the Brigidine do kind of flicker open. And inside there are just these two solid black orbs with this yellow crack inside of them.
Greetings, my name is Gale. Part of a group here, we heard you could probably use a bit of help.
I wouldn't say no. My name is Hallion.
Hallie, well met. Well met. I understand that favors are usually brought back and forth in kind. We might be able to help you with some of that, assuming normal healing magics and things work on you.
It will.
Do you have a kitchen by chance?
She looks down at her body that is composed entirely of flames. No.
Thought so. I wanted to check. I don't like assuming anything about anyone I don't know. Then I'll be honest after that. Our friend Maddie here, and Gail's gonna kind of put an arm around Maddie and push her forward. Could use some help. There's a curse on her.
Mm-hmm.
One that comes in her sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remove it by normal means, and it'll eventually kill her. It's our sole reason to come in here, is to get that going.
Probably doable.
Well, in that case, we have plenty of ways to get you back up on your feet, back to normal. We could do that. In kind for getting Maddie healthy.
No.
What is
Healing
it
me
that
will
you
not
want?
will not be an equal trade.
Okay. What you got in mind?
You have a lost sister, don't you?
Yes.
Word travels. What hurt you on that hunt?
What hurt me was my sister.
Well, I was gonna offer to go look for her, but this
She's mean. I don't know if we want to.
No, she needs to be dealt with.
oh, is she one of the? I think we heard them being called broken.
She is now, certainly.
Wouldn't happen to have anything to do with a certain chain fella. Yeah, yep. Told you so.
It's a good thing we didn't bet gold.
You should have.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anyways,
If you want, I can discuss this more with you. But right now, I'm trying to rest in some manner. So, if you wish, you can make yourselves at home here for the time. It's not comfortable for individuals like you, but I won't stop you.
Perhaps we can offer you healing anyways.
Healing now for favor in kind later.
Or simply if you're letting us use your home for the time being. Regardless of if there's a kitchen or not, we still need a sizable place to cook in.
You can do that. I have no issues with it.
As for the healing, house starting by Beacon of Hope. Channel Divinity for enhanced cures. And let's see, how many days is that? He'll do a 5th level cure wounds, which he'll probably take damage touching her, but that
Yeah, because you have to touch her.
that is 85 hit points cured.
So that is 85 hit points healed. Let me quickly check one thing.
If it's actual lava, it's going to hurt like a bitch.
It is not damage-wise the same as lava.
Okay.
But it is.
If it was lava, not even these stones would.
You would fucking die.
That's true.
You'll take 5 points of fire damage, as her body puts off a lot of heat, and touching it is very hot.
is Haru at half health?
No.
Haru has died.
With that said, you heal her for, you said 85?
Yes.
It appears to heal her a fair amount, but she still looks bloodied.
Damn.
I got 20 lay on hands I can do.
I'll do another 4th.
I don't know why you all are so insistent on touching me.
It
Well,
is
look
part
like
of
I
part of my responsibilities. I'll do
I was
another
doing my-
4th level. I lost concentration on Beacon of Hope, but I still have enhanced cures.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to cast Beacon of Hope for you, or?
You don't have to. So there's another 34 healed for her.
Okay.
Maddie doesn't have distance spell, does she?
Nope.
Well, the problem
Wait.
with distance healing spells is that they're less effective than the touch
No, I
ones.
mean the
No,
meta
like
magic.
the sorcerer.
Because it would turn a touch spell into, I think, a 5 foot
34.
range?
34.
I have distance spell.
Yep.
But it is fine.
Gale and Haru are sitting there with burned hands.
What?
Earlier! Oh, you
Yeah,
haven't yet?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. And you should roll the 2d6 for the second.
Yeah, I
spell.
should. 7.
Right. This is still benefiting us because it's giving us an idea of how many hit points they have.
So you heal her again, and she still looks bloodied.
Damn.
T-woman.
I think we should just at this point just
I will rest in time, and it should mend in time. You do not necessarily need to continue hurting yourselves.
I guess I've already helped her quite a bit. She'll be stable soon.
Indeed. I will say, for us to even continue making this transaction, you do have to offer me something.
We are aware.
We have our rules, even in Elysium. All outsiders are bound by our own logic, you may say. And
Do you need your sister dealt with?
we will need to deal with her, yes.
Alright.
I think we still need to give her the items, guys.
Yes, the ruby.
Hey little guy, did you finish the room yet?
What?
Harold?
Yeah, it's
I
done.
I thought that was just to summon them.
No, it's to make sure that we don't run off. You can summon one of us easily. But if you do, doesn't necessarily mean we're going to listen.
Well, now we'll listen.
Fair. Don't want to lose the reputation you have, though.
What reputation?
Whatever reputation you have.
Doesn't matter.
Mm.
This is Elysium. Also, most of the petitioners don't really need very much from Azada. You're alive.
What?
Holy shit. I thought we've been dead the whole time.
I don't know why you mortals are always such fucking smartasses. Every time one of you rolls in here, you're always a bunch of fucking smartasses.
I was raised by a bard. She is still sort of a bard.
I'm also
It takes
dumb
a
as
certain-
shit, so.
I think it takes a certain type of people to come into Elysium as a mortal.
It does.
As an alive mortal.
So
There's also the fact that impending mortality kind of makes you sour to a lot of different things. You cover it with humor.
yeah. Hey, quick question.
Mm.
For the tiny bit of healing we did to you, do you care if we make part of your floor into like a pit? We'll fix it.
We'll fix
No, I don't care.
it. Cool.
Cool. Ro, do you want to make a cooking pit for Maddie?
Ro does a little shape, whatever.
Alter shape.
It'd be shape Earth in
Yeah.
in the case of this. So I know that you do have that as one of your options that you chose, right?
Yeah, earth, water, and metal are her three.
Gotcha. So yeah, you can do that very simply. Basically, you make a kind of a ring-shaped fire pit, decently sized, so you can cook what you need.
And honestly, I forgot I had this until I was looking into things to barter. Mercy pulls out a cast iron pan that she stole from Rose's mom's house.
We are prepared.
You were still carrying that cast iron pan that you stole from Rose's mom's house.
I had to give the Maddie, I think, as well.
I tried to give it to Maddie and she wouldn't take it.
No, I took it. Oh wait,
Then you
no.
still
Did
have
I-
it.
Oh,
did I
you
steal-
had
or
you
did I
got
steal
one.
Another one.
You got one from Demos. Not Demos. You got one from the Sky Island.
Yeah, I stole.
Then I have one still from when we went and stole it from Rose's mom's house.
Everyone pull
So-
out your cast iron pans.
We have 2 cast iron pans and both are stolen.
Yes.
We're very good at what we do.
Do you
fair-
expect anything else?
They're
oh,
adventurers.
and especially in Danos, no one was looking for a cast iron pan. Okay, there was no one there.
I
Except
mainly
for,
stole
like,
it from your
2
mom's house out of
people.
spite. I figured you'd approve.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I forgot I had that until I was looking for things to barter.
So yeah, you definitely do have some cast iron pans. I would point out, Maddie, your aunties are kind of like poking their heads in from the doorway of this Brigidine establishment.
Oh no!
It's a bit like a Scooby-Doo cartoon where they're all like poking their heads all on top of each other. Doot doot doot.
Are they not allowed in?
I don't
So,
know.
we
I don't want
invite
to
them?
intrude.
Halion?
Hmm.
I'm bad with names, I apologize. Is it okay if the 3 of our companions come in so we can give them what they're owed?
They're allowed to enter.
Oh, so they're just staring in.
So they're
Yeah.
just being weirdos.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
I thought it may have been a respect thing.
No. They can walk in whenever they want. Most people can. I think most people just don't walk near the people made of lava.
Eh,
Hmm.
I ran into a fire once. It is what it is.
I mean, to be fair, I've already died once. It wasn't that bad.
True, and so is Rudy.
Same. I was gonna say, as I've already died before. This is.
Old news.
Well, I wasn't allowed to finish dying technically.
Yeah, we kind of brought you back pretty quick.
Not on my watch.
Well, there was that too, but in between, I was specifically told wasn't allowed.
Yeah. Not to mention all your shit with Pharasma now.
I don't understand what any of that is, to be honest.
Yeah, the whole dealer of 8 thing's kind of weird.
That is weird. Well, yeah.
We'll talk about that after, I think.
Oh, I just assumed Maddie was cooking while we were talking.
Okay, well, I'm gonna
Yeah,
need some
yeah.
help, because, one, I am disadvantaged, and...
They will be helping you, and I think
Mhm.
Haru's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Assistance.
Basically, guidance for every step of the way that is needed.
So does that convert my cooking normal then?
It makes it just a normal roll with a plus D4 because Haru's just there casting guidance on you anytime you need it.
Okay.
Like, whenever you're about to do a new step in the cooking, guidance.
Also, remember
knew
that
it.
last session, Ro gave Maddie Bardic Inspiration.
Yep.
So,
So you have Rose Bardic Inspiration, which I think is a D6.
good question.
So D4,
What the
D6,
fucking-
normal
what the-
roll.
Mm-hmm.
Help,
Yeah.
helping Maddie
Okay.
in whatever way possible.
I'm just keeping track. This is confusing as hell.
Actually,
Okay.
it's a D8.
It's a
It's a
D8.
D8?
Okay.
Okay, hang on.
Okay,
It's not like we're
One
doing
D8,
much else.
34.
I need.
and then there's
This
a
is gonna be some-
4.
There's
So
a
38.
There's a 38 on cooking.
Does that
Those
pass the
ants
DC?
So happy.
Those aunties are
Chase.
like eating the
Chase,
best
I don't know.
I've ever had.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Sorry, the DC was 40.
Sorry. Yeah. I expected you to make you. I expected this dish to make the gods come with ecstasy. It was so good.
Oh,
They're not on this plane.
I know.
They
That's-
eat it,
that's how good
those
it
are
had
gonna
to be.
Fly off like fucking
Like a fucking cooking anime.
It's just food wars. Like this is just food wars now.
Oh my god.
References I don't understand.
Sexy food anime.
I mean,
Yeah.
I could have actually added another D4 with Bless.
You don't
but
need to
that
do
would have
that.
just been
No,
like...
no,
You
no.
don't
No,
need to
we
do that,
need
buddy.
past the 40.
We need to pass the 40.
No, you need to do
No.
guidance or bless.
Yeah.
because Guidance, it's no.
So I think other people have Bless, so...
Well, that's
I
only for saves anyway, so no.
I do, but Mercy's actually, while this is happening, is gonna start working on ceremony just in case to make holy water.
Just in case.
So, Maddie, you begin to get to work creating the. I think you said it on curry, correct?
Yes, curry.
God, let me look up something.
Also, are we giving her the ruby?
I think we already gave it to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The ruby was essentially I don't want to call it a bargaining chip, but it's we
It's
are
a
bound by
contract.
contract.
Okay.
It's to
I
like
was
make
making sure.
it's to make sure she's into the bartering. She's not gonna barter with us without the ruby. So it's like buying
If
her
need be,
attention.
I can also give her a sick hot tub.
That's true. Maybe you should do that so she can rest in it.
Sick hot tub.
Do you want to give her a sick hot tub?
Does she
I
want a
think
sick hot tub?
she's resting on the equivalent of a bed for her right now.
Yeah, she's on a rock.
Hot tub
think-
bed. Hot tub bed. What?
Hell
It's a water
yeah,
bed.
hell yeah.
It's a water bed.
Can I make a lava bed? Wait, I will.
I said water bed. I said
I-
water bed.
I
You're
don't
making
think that
water
really works with stone.
Don't worry about it.
You make
I'll
a lava water bed. It pops. Suddenly there's lava
It's
oozing
awful.
out all over the floor. Oh
Everyone-
my god!
everyone's
Everybody
dying.
run!
I made a mistake.
I've made,
I made a terrible
volcano.
mistake.
But Ro could just turn it back to stone.
Everyone, no, bro. Jesus Christ.
So, Maddie, with the assistance provided to you by Dea and the regular guidance provided to you by Haru, you set to work creating a curry. Any preference on the meat?
Any preference? I thought we
Yeah.
got pork cutlet.
It was
and
either
lamb.
pork cutlet or goat would be my go-tos for curry.
Why not? both?
Why not both?
You could.
It would be. It
We're
would.
making a whole like meal for the Azadas.
Exactly.
Let's give them some options here.
Let's give
Yeah.
them a whole meal.
Yeah, so in that
The
case, you're
38
gonna make
pop
you're
off.
gonna make basically a few curries. You make one that is pork cutlet and one that is goat meat.
And also a vegan
The
one.
ones that's-
And
one
well, the vegan one is basically just minus the meat.
that's probably a vegetarian option.
As you're cooking it, all of you cannot help but notice the amazing smells that are coming from the curry that Maddie is currently making. Even in her exhausted state, you guys know she is a damn fucking good cook, and this is proving it. Maddie, you wind up preparing what is essentially a curry with white fluffy rice. It has a deep kind of an orange reddish sauce with the options of pork cutlet or goat cutlet. Not cutlet, goat meat. Both spiced in order to provide that extra kick. There are two sauce options, extremely hot for the Brigidine and acceptable for everybody else. On top of that, you also decide to make some garlic potato naan bread to have on the side along with the dish, and you're pretty happy with what you came up with. You think you could have done a little bit better, but you're pretty happy with it.
Yeah.
I mean, she could have done better. She could have got a natural 20.
She could have gotten, with all of the various boosts, a maximum of 44.
Yes, exactly.
She got a 38.
But I will point out, the longer you go on cooking, the more that Hallian starts to kind of like look over, like elbows on her knees, just kind of like looking and watching as you're cooking because she's hungry. And your aunties are also starting to creep their way closer and closer.
Can I just put this thought in the head? One of them like tries to eke over to steal a little thing, and Maddie hitting it with the spoon.
What you would have is Doug trying to do that at one point.
No!
Does Gil's cat finally stir?
Oh yes, the cat in your hoodie your cloak is awake.
Aye.
That cat is awake, and you're everybody can hear this occasional.
Gale's reaching back and feeding them.
I don't think anyone
Let's look
heard
at the
that,
list.
thankfully.
Have some rabbit.
Jace, let's look at the list.
Because I found the original. Oh, there is still rabbit jerky in there. So yeah, absolutely. Little bits of rabbit jerky.
Making her scream.
I can't get out.
Cats.
It wasn't Houdini. It wasn't the one it's based on.
Okay. Now, Ro, you mentioned making a lava waterbed.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do that?
I want to ask first. I think it's impolite to just do it.
That's up to you.
Halion.
Rose gonna look at the fire pit and be like, so like you're made of lava, magma.
It would
fire.
technically be lava, as magma is inside the Earth's surface.
Sure. If I could, by chance, so if I could like make like your bed like into a lava thing, would that be good?
I prefer not the bed, but you could make
Just
something
like a
that.
pool,
If you
like
could
a
do
hot-
that, that'd be great.
Yeah, roll. Make a little.
Like you can, I'm fine with you if you're doing it over there because that sounds really great if you did that.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, you can do that.
I'll do that.
Okay,
Hold-
thank you.
snip.
So, you're ultimately just going to like kind of. I am gonna have you roll for this one. So I'll have you roll your. It should be your alchemical tools check. In this case.
Yeah, it's the weird fucking button.
Oh,
Yeah, it's the really
lava.
gross looking button.
Okay. So I
Sorry.
guess-
Okay. So you guys, you basically begin hollowing out this kind of curved section into a roughly like kind of like 3 to 4 foot deep, kind of like a kiddie pool area essentially. And then you kind of go about the process of trying to figure out how to make a bunch of lava. And you come to the conclusion that the best way of doing it is to steal stone from areas that people are hopefully not going to notice. So you just kind of slowly start using your ability to alter shape to kind of make some stone shuffle over and then shuffle over some more. And you're definitely taking it away from other spots like underground. And you're just hoping nothing bad happens in the future.
Yeah.
We won't be here for it to matter.
It'll be fine.
Making a literal hot tub.
I
Literally,
intend
yes.
on using make hole once we leave this place.
Fix your mistakes.
And eventually, you all are looking at a roiling, bright red hot pool of molten lava that is just sitting in an open surface that Halion will gladly walk into. You mortals are becoming more and more talented. Very interesting. Thank you. I will. Thank you.
No problem. I read a book and it gave me power, so.
Okay.
Imagine what would happen if you had more books.
I read 2 books. Holy shit.
You'd be unstoppable.
And Halion will gladly just kind of like walk into the molten lava pool and will just kind of like sink in slightly and just go, oh.
It is times like these. I wish I could do the same so badly.
You can't.
I know.
You can, but don't.
Only once.
You can do it once, and then I'll see you again.
With Deathwood, you can do it for 6 seconds.
I mean,
Can't say your equipment will survive, though.
No, I don't want to hurt my dog.
Oh
Wait,
no!
hold on. Kai, you can actually be in dog form while we're here.
No, Pot. No.
no.
So Halion is going to look over at you guys and is going to say, so one of you mentioned people dying and then coming back?
Actually, two of us mentioned it. Yeah, the big tall one with the long beard,
And the nerd.
and the nerd.
How did you two manage that?
Gales was with a ring that we found in the basement,
In the basement. The universal basement that we all know.
and Rudy's was a spell.
I didn't realize that kind of magic had made its way back.
Maybe it has.
Rare, I think. Very rare.
Oh,
from what we've been
It's
told.
rare, and for the most part, most of you mortals wind up coming back here. Or somewhere like here.
Does not seem to be perfect.
It never
No.
was.
She used to have 2 eyes.
I did.
A lot of
And-
mortals do. But yeah, it was never perfect. Even when the gods were still around, it was never a perfect science.
Yeah. Weird question. You knew the gods, didn't you?
I knew of them.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I was
What
hoping
do
you
you
were
mean?
older. I may have made a dumb thought, and I'm trying to gather as much information now as I can.
Hmm. Okay, explain.
Elaborate.
Sorry, I thought you just weren't going to tell me anything. So
We're
potentially,
talking. I took the ruby. We're talking, and I've agreed to the deal.
yeah, you're
We're
good.
talking.
Potentially, you know, bad shit could happen on the material plane,
Mhm.
like it is now, and you know, sometimes people lie and say gods are about being evil giant cults that essentially purify people into awful things.
Mhm.
And I don't think gods would like their reputation being tarnished like that, especially Rory. He seems like an alright fellow, bit stuffy, but alright.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's kind of unfair. Gods can't come up and punch people in the face for tarnishing their names.
Nope, they can't. It's
Darn,
as simple as that.
brand new information.
It's as simple as that. They can't anymore.
And, I may have made a dumb words at one of our teammates, and she's gonna look at Gale and go, and I said, the gods are probably worthy of coming back if we could find a way. And I may have bit off more than I could chew because, and Mercy's gonna hold up the book bag and drop it. This is full of books of all the major gods in the major pantheon, and some of them are fucked.
Yes, absolutely. I will
So,
also
yeah.
point out a very big problem in that logic.
What's
Let's
that?
say you did decide to just cherry pick and only bring in some gods, right?
I wasn't planning that, but yeah.
How long do you think until some of the followers of the other gods decide to go the rest of the way?
Oh, yeah, that's the whole reason why I was doing more digging. Homie, I don't think I can do one or none. I'm not stupid.
Even if you could, it wouldn't be one or none for a while. Eventually,
nah.
some follower of Asmodeus would drag his ass back over here, and that's it.
Yeah, why didn't they get locked up? Do you know that one?
Asmodeus?
No,
Or the
in
gods?
general, the gods.
They didn't get locked up. I don't know the whole story. She's saying it. She's just like relaxing in this hot tub.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like a dream, doesn't it, Jace?
Yeah.
Jason
Oh.
had to be
Yourself
drunk in a
in
hot
lava?
tub.
Oh man, I'd
Love
love to be
it.
drunk in a hot tub.
I didn't get my drunk in the hot tub time in 2020. I'm really pissed. Better happen in 2021.
Didn't the
So
gods
from
lock
what I
themselves up?
No, they didn't lock themselves up. So, what do you know about the schism?
Essentially, there was a giant... at least on the mortal side, everything was fine one day, and then all of a
Mhm.
sudden, everyone lost touch to any sort of divine magic. And it took, 50-some years for them to start even getting a small bit back?
50 years. So
Yeah.
that's a vast oversimplification. Leading up to the schism, the gods, after a lot of arguing, to put it simply, there were various disputes between various deities and various individuals, namely Asmodeus, as to who was in charge of the gods and whether they had to work together. And this all came to a head with fighting,
Oh,
essentially.
you mean like petty family bullshit?
Well, yes, but most petty family bullshit doesn't end in murder.
That's really debatable in my case. Moving on.
So the gods more or less came and formed teams. They agreed that this side and this side were fighting for their own goals. It was Asmodeus and his group and everybody else versus them. It doesn't mean that all the gods were involved in the fighting. Some of them were intentionally neutral. Some of them were technically neutral. And some of them just weren't around. But ultimately, after a few conflicts on the material plane came to a head and became a bit too violent for everybody's liking, they came to an agreement. A contract, for lack of a better term, was going to be written up by all the gods and signed by all the gods, and they would then ensure that there were basically rules of engagement. Because before then, there are a few spots on your material plane that are pretty damaged. And will likely never recover, to be honest with you.
What do you mean?
Well, there's one section that has basically been completely glassed. Yeah, everything there is no other land. It is simply glass, sand, crystals, stuff like that. It's completely uninhabitable. And that was because of fighting that happened before they all agreed to it. But the contract was written up by Nethys. He got, I would say, a vast majority of the gods to sign on. And something happened. Either the fighting came to a head or something went wrong, and then suddenly everyone was catapulted out of the material plane and all adjoining planes, and they couldn't communicate. That's what happened.
What god did you say wrote up the contract?
Nethys.
Yes. I have his book. I don't know much about him, but I have the book.
I have a question.
Yes.
You mentioned, it ends in murder. Did gods die?
Yes, absolutely.
What gods?
Various deities. Most of them minor. I think maybe one or two of the more powerful individuals may have died, but not a lot of them.
Can you bring them back?
No.
Okay.
Gods don't have souls. They're
Okay,
not like you. There's nothing.
Okay.
There's nothing lingering when they go. When they go, they're gone.
Interesting question I have, because I've never really asked anyone about this sort of thing. What would make if a god went? What would happen if people stopped believing in the god completely?
He would be. Well, they would be weakened to a degree that they were only barely a god. Immortal, extremely powerful, yes, but they're not. They're hardly omniscient. Can't really communicate. Can't pass on magic.
And if
they would be crippled.
Someone started believing in them again?
It would improve things. One person means nothing, though.
So, the way to like have is to like spread their word, I guess, again.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would make sense. I mean,
doing that right. I have to start working on that better, but that's fine. All right, I was just wondering.
To put it simply, the power that they possess is typically more than most humanoids are capable of. some gods were humanoids to begin with, and
Absolutely.
through gaining power through some means or developing it, they were able to gain the authority as a deity.
Yes.
It is simply that the belief of followers and their actions fuels their abilities.
You've heard the
So-
phrase, the power of belief, right? It's just that.
Mhm.
There is power in belief. In theory, if one of you were insane enough, you could try to be a god. I think you're fucking crazy if you want to do that, but you could.
But she's just gonna heavily look at Ro for a second.
Ro looks nowhere. I don't know how, but Ro doesn't look anywhere.
You need to Ro fades from existence. But in that regard, you need to understand the idea behind that is preposterous. The best example I could think of is Aurori. Do you know anything about their supposed ascension?
Can I roll? Because I know out of character a decent bit, but I don't know how much.
Knowledge religion.
Oh, that was on my sheet, but I wrote it.
It's as Ro. I saw it. Don't worry.
It's a 0, so you know it's me, because Ro can't roll zeros. At least not easily. Except for
Yeah, no,
intelligence.
you can. You know basically the idea behind it.
Yeah, he was trying to reach like perfection of self, both in body, spirit, mind, and kept working at it until he essentially reached pure perfectness, for lack of a better way of putting it.
Aurori was also known as the perfect man. Perfect physically, mentally, and spiritually. It's an impossible task, and that is godhood.
Character, yeah.
It's damn near impossible. You want to go for it? Go wild, you lunatic.
I wonder if there's a way to find that contract.
Where'd Phrasma go?
Well, you remember how I mentioned that some of them were technically neutral? Phrasma was technically neutral, but she still had to be signed on to the contract.
Got it.
So
Before the fighting started, gods dying weren't a thing that people conceived of or considered the possibility of. Phrasma had to accept the possibility. So, she was written into the contract as well.
So she's also in Primus.
Absolutely. Granted, there are enough psychopomps to do the work for her, but still, it's not the same. Is the food ready yet? I'm really hungry.
It should be getting done here soon.
Good.
We should go on break.
Yeah, and that's what I was going towards.
Yeah.
With that said, everybody, I think we're gonna go on break for right now. I'm gonna go take the dog out because she is stinky and she needs to go to the bathroom. And we'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Good clock.
And welcome back.
So,
I'm like not.
Maddie has created a truly extravagant dish. It is easily one of the best dishes that she has created in the time you guys have known her, because I, Connor, do not recall her ever rolling anything higher than like a 38. So this is easily one of her best dishes, hands down. So if there is more you guys wish to talk about over food, Michelle, you guys can do so now. If not, then we can skip ahead and we can go on from there.
Hungry.
I was gonna ask why Doug and the others weren't able to us, because I was really curious why.
What was that? You were asking why?
Why Doug and Ella didn't show up the first time I asked them when they couldn't.
Oh, we had no idea. We had no idea where you are.
Oh.
It was as simple as that. We had no freaking idea where you were. At all.
Sorry. Should have.
It's okay. It is not your fault. I'm simply happy that none of you were injured.
By the way, I don't think Haro has ever met any of them.
That is probably the case. This is a talking dog.
He's seen weirder in this group.
He's a talking fox. In fairness.
I mean, this is fair in both cases. Yes. But this is to describe him, he is a silver-coated dog with very long pin-straight fur. He has a very wise face and almost vaguely hand-like paws. They're very big and kind of long. He doesn't look like he's going to be using it to hold any weapons, but he very well could.
Still not that strange for this group.
But still, do you guys wish to talk over food or what?
I just hope they enjoy the food. I don't know.
Rudy is just eating.
Oh no, they are enjoying the food, and I will point out your aunties love it and are currently swooning over you because you're such a sweet little girl and you can cook so well.
No.
And that one day you're going to make an absolutely beautiful wife.
Oh no! No.
Hey, by the way,
Yeah.
this was a perfect time if you have any questions about, like, getting to know one another.
Oh yeah, that's true.
No.
I need to know you.
Again,
Did Gail have anything to say? No.
Nope.
It's just like you're preparing to talk. Just wanted to make sure.
Nah.
Because it's been, like, 3 months in game.
You guys know
And
exactly nothing about Haru.
You've asked questions once.
I'm a little busy.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Haru came in during very stressful times.
It's been nonstop.
It's the best time you guys have to talk to him.
See, as a group, we tend to just wait until trauma shows up. But the problem is, Haru doesn't seem to have trauma.
You have to present your trauma to us on a pedestal.
Traumatized? How are you traumatized?
You guys are traumatized? Christ. I don't know. Not used to having to get to know people.
I usually just wait for something bad to happen.
Yeah, usually it all comes tumbling out in a.
He came to you at level, what was it, 11 or 10?
So it's just like
Yeah.
we're no, I think it was like level 9.
Whatever it
I don't know.
was, a lot of the bad stuff is assumed to have already happened.
I mean, he can't see. He seems to get powers from a
Yeah, does
weird
he know where the
source.
powers
Has mentioned before he just kind of goes wherever strange impulses take him.
I feel like that's good information.
We're awful. Our characters are awful friends. Like, I know I don't even know
it's
about
not-
you. Can't see. Fox. Was in a boat. Alright.
It takes Connor doing a life-changing event for it to be like, oh, what was that part that you just changed that is no longer relevant?
To be fair, Mercy's was spilled out of her in like session, 15, because her brother tried to kill us.
We'll just wait until your backstory comes to kill us, and then we'll
Yeah,
find
it's
out
true.
what we need.
Don't worry, don't
Nah,
worry.
it'll-
It'll happen soon enough. You guys are fine.
The one person with the, like, normal family, normal, like, everything.
One normal family, and that is Maddie's.
No.
I will say this in while we're eating, because this is actually relevant. So, gods are locked up, and it makes their powers kind of weakened.
Mhm.
It's what you. Maddie, we know you get yours from your mom.
Yeah.
Gail, yours is for asthma. Sorta.
No.
You also get it from nature.
No.
What? What?
I just have it. It's my own.
Paladins
Where's
are
that?
a force of will.
Aye.
That's fair. For a while now, I just thought it was for asthma.
Oh, Becca, are you
Becca's
trying?
trying to
Are you
say
trying to talk,
something?
Becca? Uh
Becca,
oh.
you.
Oh.
If you're trying to talk, it's not coming
No,
through your
Deb's working
mic.
on it.
Yeah, she's working on it. Keep going.
Yeah, okay, so Gale gets his from Force of Will, and Mercy, you get yours from Desna. I guess?
Haru, you got weird diviny shit.
Correct.
Yours a force. Well, Force of Will's kind of a paladin thing. You're not really a paladin. So what the fuck is your bullshit?
It comes from some other being. To be honest, I'm not sure if it's a deity, demon, extraplanar entity, or what have you.
I feel like this was important information to tell us in the beginning.
Part of the like entry, like
Split.
survey.
Like,
Where
we
does your
fish
power come from?
because, like, that could end badly. How long have you had powers?
It has been over 2.5 decades.
So pretty much most of your life.
That would be accurate.
Some sort of life-changing event happen.
The aftermath of such, but nothing has ever been requested of me, and I have never requested anything in turn.
Feels weird, doesn't it?
I'm in no place to make moral judgments over others.
It's not even a moral judgment, it just feels weird.
So something just gave you power?
It... How do I put this? It was sort of a means of obtaining some sort of balance. More or less, I believe that whatever this being is, our intentions were aligned.
What was the traumatic event?
Oh my god, Rudy, you can ask someone about their trauma.
You can just ask them.
No.
Fuck, Rudy!
The rest of us have trauma. It's fair. You don't have to share, but
I mean,
can
it
I take a
happens-
wild guess?
You may.
What happened to your eyes, homie? You've mentioned before you weren't always like that.
This is part of the balance.
It's kind of harsh.
There was a mistake, and in a way, as my vision is now, it is better than the aftermath.
So, something fell in your eyes, took your sight.
In a sense.
Alright. Was it on purpose, or was it just an accident?
It was certainly on purpose, not by me.
Right, so somebody got mad at you, threw acid on your eyeballs, took him out. Thing comes in later, says, well, we need to balance this out. Gives you partial sight and a whole bunch of power to help people. That about it, or does it get a bit more complicated than that? Because you mentioned before you do stuff wherever your home is, but you're more of a diplomat, and I know diplomats have a nasty habit of ending up missing when they go to nice places.
So how does Nat really respond? He kind of has a pot over an eye and is breathing a bit more heavily. Seems a bit like spaced out.
Mm.
Oh. I think you may have hit something too hard, Gale.
I usually do that.
You know, that's fair. And
Got some
Mercy's gonna put a hand on her shoulder and just give it a light shake. Oh. Buddy, come back to us.
Yes.
We don't have to keep pressing for now. But something gave you powers, even if it was trying to restore balance. Otherworldly things tend to have greater plans than just simple
Yeah.
pushes.
I worry about what entity did that.
That might be a trial for another day, because whatever it is, probably is not near here.
And we're worried. Focus on other things. Focus on Maddie. On getting that situation dealt with.
May come up later, though. I mean, let's face it. We've got whatever the fuck the King in Yellow is haunting us.
Oh, fudge.
All the
Yes.
artifacts.
We will
Yeah, the
probably
artifacts.
have to deal with that at some point.
So we don't know what made the artifacts. For all we know, it could have been something that made Haru's powers similar.
I mean, that's why I want to talk to their leader. I hope he'd have more information about that. But
Right now, it sounds like our most pressing goal, however, is finding this broken sister.
yeah, and possibly the thing that made her broken.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can avoid it, but we may not be able to. Hey, nice lady with made of fire, Halion.
Alien. Yes.
Alien. Sorry, I'm really bad with names. What kind of a Zada is your friend?
She is a Brigidine.
So another fire lady.
She's had sister before.
Like direct sister or just sister in arms?
Sister is an odd term for us. It is the closest one that we feel right in apprehending from you all.
You know how you've taken to calling the Gala aunties?
Similar concept.
Similar concept. They are not related in your relations for Azada are not a real thing. Do you get
It's
it?
not a lineage, it's an existence.
Yes.
So your existence comes from a similar source, but that thing doesn't really have blood or anything like that.
Y'all come from the same primordial soup.
Yes, we are. Many of us are spawned or created from the same being, and those who ascend to something of our status are completely different. But ultimately, we could reproduce with one another with no problem. There's nothing like what would happen if you did it. I don't know how to describe it. It does not exist. We're not.
There's no issue.
No, we're not siblings by blood in any way, shape, or form. We are simply created by the same thing that, you know, that's it.
I have a question.
Hmm.
If we're to find her, where do we look?
That I could probably assist with. There is, odds are, most likely a volcano. There are no above surface volcanoes nearby, but there is an underground one. Sorry, not underground. Underwater one.
We can deal with that. That's not
I'm
hard.
sorry, Ro.
At least we have the means to deal with that.
It's possible that she could be there.
What's her name?
Her name is
Oh,
Bryn.
Mercy, you can do the thing.
I need description.
Paper.
Fire lady.
I don't think the
Wait,
paper is
that the
going
paper-
to work.
The paper will not work. I can do it without paper. I just need a full description. The paper
I
just makes it
win.
easier.
It's scrying. Actually, it's scrying if you have a piece like a personal belonging or even
can
a
also do
part
that.
of them.
Oh, a
that
part of them.
works.
Huh?
Yeah, right? I don't
Yo,
think
do you want a part of the lava lady?
Can't
I
believe
mean,
Connor
lava
has solved our
cools.
paper puzzle.
Lava cools, so the blood would probably just be a rock at this point.
Hard stop. I can do it with a decent enough description, but it's not perfect. There's still a chance of it not working.
She doesn't look the same as she did when she was normal. She, as of now, has a...
Also, you can't do it today anyway, I don't think.
Not until night falls.
Yeah, until we... Yeah.
Okay.
I'll check, because you can... Yours is different, never mind.
Do you want the description at least?
Yes. Sorry.
Her skin, she kind of just says, gesturing to like the lava, just like grabbing a part of herself. It has dulled. It's redder. But most noticeably, she's coated in like black stone. She's hardened and she's cooled, I suppose. It's still dangerous and it's still something I would be careful about, but there's it's like she's changed into something wrong.
I have another question. What... I'm assuming fire wouldn't work against her.
It's completely useless.
Anything else that would be useless or useful?
Connor's gonna double check.
Listen, if we have someone who knows the enemy... like...
Electricity won't work, fire will not work. Water could work. I know the cold affects me, but I don't know what it would do to her. Like I said,
Radiant or necrotic.
It would hurt. It would hurt.
Normal damage.
But I don't... She's not the same as she was. Her body has cooled, so I don't think cold would do the same thing it would do normally. You can't turn her to stone.
Okay.
And I don't know if charming or frightening would work.
I just figured I'd ask because if we're gonna fight her, it's better to know these things before going in, get as much information as we can to fight her. Because I'm assuming we're gonna have to do some sort of fighting. Is she as strong as you?
Oh, absolutely. More so.
When people fight without disregard to their own well-being, they tend to put up much more of a fight.
They are significantly more dangerous.
Will our weapons be damaged if we use them on her?
If they're magical, no. If you're using a normal weapon, you're screwed.
Are your bullets okay?
A bullet just needs to hit.
You don't use a bullet after.
Yeah, but I'm not. I wasn't sure if it would.
damage.
No, I'll tell you right now, it will damage. There was no chance in hell of you ever salvaging the bullet, I will say. It's gone.
She doesn't even try for regular ammunition though, like against regular enemies.
Eh.
Okay.
Can you imagine Road digging through corpses? Give me the bullet back.
If you
Bro's
stand
just there with a
near her-
multi-tool and a pair of pliers, just...
I know if you touch her, so I'm assuming if you touch her, you get burned. But if you stand near her, do you get burned?
No. Not that I noticed.
Okay. If we do this for you, will you help Maddie?
Yes.
Okay.
Would there be any way to convince you to help Maddie first so that we can be at our peak when we fight?
Oh, that's a good.
If you want me to do that, then I would have to put something on you to ensure you don't lie.
I have a stick.
I'll put
I
the
don't-
stick on you.
I don't-
It
I
forces
don't think
us to
you
tell the truth.
understand what I mean.
No, not
Is it
really.
a spell? Is it a magic spell?
I would more or less have to ensure that one of you does not lie to me.
I think I know what spell it is. I'll do it. I'll do
If
it.
you agree to it, yes, I can do so.
Yes.
Okay. Let me double check the wording on it.
I think I know what spell you're doing.
I am absolutely using Gaius.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Yes.
Basically, if we don't do, I take damage. I will
So
take a lot of psychic damage.
She will rise up out of the lava hot tub, the lava now just dripping off of her, and she will just kind of hold a hand out towards you. And you watch as the tips of her fingers begin to glow a dull orange red. And all of you watch as this handprint forms on her neck right here. And over the course of the minutes, are you going to resist?
Nope. Absolutely
Okay.
not.
She will place a magical command on you, forcing you to find and deal with her sister.
Mm-hmm.
If you in any way, shape, or form do not do so, meaning you try to run away, leave, or do anything like that, it will damage you.
Yep, I know. That's fine. We
While
can get rest before we do that, right? That's all I'm asking. Because Maddie needs the rest.
yes, just don't try to run.
I won't. I promise.
Yeah, you'll take 5d10 psychic damage every time you act in a manner directly counter to your instructions. No more than once each a day. You understand her?
Yep.
And it can be dispelled with greater restoration.
It can be dispelled with greater restoration. I am pretty confident she would know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm going to tell you right now, this would become an
Yes.
even more fun adventure if somehow
Yes.
you
No,
have a
I
pissed
think-
off Brigidine coming at you.
I would also say Rudy wouldn't let you.
Real quick, Jace, get that smug smile off your face. I can see you scheming.
I'm very familiar with this spell. I almost.
Of course.
There is one
Oh,
scenario
of course, bro.
which I
Of
can
course.
see how doing it. If we discover a way of restoring someone from being broken, and that is readily available, he would do that so that Rudy is able to fight and help us do that. That
Hey,
is
Becca,
like the one time he would do that.
Hey Becca, how's it going on your side? Can you talk?
I have no idea.
Hey!
I can hear you.
I just,
We can hear you.
Like, the testing was fine. Okay, my I think it's more like my
I think
connection. I don't know.
it might have just gone on the fritz for a second.
Yeah.
hmm like when my Discord froze earlier because my internet dropped for a
Yeah,
second.
I'm on my parents' Wi-Fi and it's not there.
So, Erudite, you now have a angry-looking burn scar on your neck
nice.
right here, and you
Another
know what's going to
question.
happen if you try to go against it.
I do. I'm fine with this. I have reasons. Another question. Once we do deal with the sister, it goes away, right?
Yes. Once,
Okay.
when you have finished the deal, she will remove it.
Okay. Cool. That's fine.
Actually, let me double check that.
I believe you can remove it.
No,
No? Oh God.
No.
Well, in
you
theory-
can't. Once Gaius is cast, caster can't dispel it.
No. You can end the spell early by using an action to dismiss it.
Really? I
Really?
didn't know that.
I'm looking at it right now.
So okay, that's fine.
Jace, you only think that because you've never felt the need to.
Because you never
dismiss
wanted
any-
to.
No.
Oh, by the
amount
way,
of times I just got to slap one of my rogues with psychic damage every like 2 or 3 times a session was really funny.
I had a cleric who was a cleric of Serenve whose major tenet is redemption, so it would be Gaius if you really do intend to redeem yourself.
Yeah.
Mine was Gaius every time the rogue tried to steal something.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
And he didn't know, and he had no idea that that's what had hit him, and he was just randomly taking psychic damage.
by the way, that's going to last on you for a year unless you finish it.
Okay. I mean, we're gonna deal with it before a year, so that's fine.
I mean, we'll probably deal with it within the next day or two.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, yeah, cure Maddie. We'll head out tomorrow.
Okay, Maddie, let us sleep.
Yeah.
That was 7th or 8th level cast. At least it was a 9th level cast because that's no end.
That's no
Wow.
end.
That's
Yeah.
no one. You gave me the super high level. Oh, that's fun. Can someone? Never mind.
I don't think you guys realize just how strong or dangerous Brigidine are.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun to fight.
That's the great thing about things that aren't in the monster manual. You don't realize how scary they are.
Oh, I know how scary they are. I'm excited for this shit. Like I'm.
I
Excited.
mean, we
I
know
love
they
Brigidine.
have at least like 230 hit points because half of that wasn't enough to take her out
Yeah,
of blooded,
at
and she
minimum.
was still.
Yeah. This is why I was
okay.
asking questions because I wanted to
So,
know what we can hit with.
Maddie,
Yeah.
she's going to get out of the hot tub and start walking towards you.
Okay.
And she's going to kind of put her hands on either side of the area around your head, but she will not touch you directly.
No touching.
Not the face.
My neighbors just heard me scream. I don't know what they're gonna think.
I'm sure they hear you every week, and they're just like,
Is he
Whatever.
dying?
"What is he doing?"
She's going to walk up to you and put her hands to either side of your head without touching you. And you will feel the heat that is emitting from her body lower in temperature to a more comfortable degree. And it takes about a minute, but over the course of a minute, you feel this weight begin to lift up off of your shoulders. And by the end of it, it feels almost like a set of eyes that were watching you this entire time have suddenly stopped.
I feel, I guess, different. Well, nicer way to put it.
That's good.
Well, yeah, I appreciate it.
Don't worry about it. So you have a year to complete it. And are health points back? Not right now.
Just go sleep.
Yeah, maximum hit points restore during a long rest. Now, you don't have to feel the need to pull your punches around my sister.
Wasn't planning on it.
No, we were fully intending to just go at her.
Yeah.
Good. You can't. Fight to kill. When she dies, she'll come back, and then we'll deal with her the way we deal with every broken.
Okay.
So, get it done. And good luck, I suppose. I'm gonna keep licking my wounds by staying inside of this hot tub. And she's just gonna go back inside of it and sink back down.
Could we go warm it back up? Like, give it
I mean, it's like lava. I don't think it's like, is it like tepid lava?
Tepid.
It's like room temperature.
It kind of starts to slow. It kind of starts to like get a little thicker, like molasses, after a certain point in time.
Just.
Yeah, you can warm it back up. Past that point, do whatever you want, but the moment you leave this plane, that gas will start kicking in.
That's fine.
And I'll know if you're moving. I'll know.
Now we're gonna get some rest, I think, and then we're gonna go deal with her. Right?
Good luck.
Right? just
Yeah.
look. We're gonna sit there and going, right?
I mean,
Okay.
Guys,
We're not gonna
guys.
be back on.
we didn't really anticipate not having to do something hard.
Truth is, Rudy, we are gonna leave you here, and we are going back home.
You're
I'm gonna let you
saying
get
as
back
if
home,
this
so you're
will
not
be
going
hard.
anywhere. I will
No.
point that out. You need me to go back home.
Smart on your part to be the one with the chaos.
There is no saying that we won't be fighting the Brigidine and Prince in Chains at the same time.
Hey, don't remind me of
Wow.
that one.
It's a
Uh,
possibility.
Connor wants us, that would be Connor wanting us to die. Like straight.
Yeah, Hallian's gonna pipe up from the lava hot tub and go, "Wow, sure hope not."
Is there an
No.
exception?
If that happens, you're fucked.
I mean, I have another character I want to play anyway, so like.
Jesus
Oh
Christ,
no, that would
Gale.
be
Fine.
that would be this game just starting over.
Do you want me
Yeah.
to kill Gale?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Again.
I know.
That fight would just lovingly be called the restart button.
Yeah.
Just, yep, alright.
No.
You know how in the
opening
good place
from,
they.
I know, I was gonna say the opening from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood starts to play.
Oh, so the better one.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Campaign. Never mind.
Campaign 2 is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Reset the universe. Do it again.
Does this make this just normal Full Metal Alchemist?
I would never call
Hold on a
us
second.
that.
I was gonna.
Also, Jace, is that a drink or a milkshake?
It's a milkshake.
God, I'm jealous.
flavor? What
It's
kind?
a vanilla milkshake.
Me and Jolly both had the same thought.
Well, the thing is, they like you don't like chocolate that much.
I fucking hate chocolate ice
Wait, I
cream.
want to do something before the aunties leave.
Don't worry.
yeah.
we-
I'm sure they haven't gone anywhere. They're still probably eating.
yeah.
I was gonna see if we could convince them to come with.
I don't.
Even drop us off at the
Just
ocean.
like drop us off. Hey, swing by the carpool.
Well, first let's get some sleep.
Mhm.
Maddie could
We'll
use
sleep on the way. I'm just kidding.
Maddie needs to sleep. She needs her hit points back. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Sleep.
Everything all right, Connor?
Yeah,
Mm.
I thought I heard someone knocking on my door. I think it was the neighbor's door. And even if they're knocking on my door, I don't care.
It was your neighbors asking if you were okay
I don't care.
after you're screaming.
That's so good.
I
It's
mean,
entirely possible.
they
Roll it,
should
roll.
be. If they did that, then Wednesday nights there'd be a lot of knocks.
Yeah. Also, it's 7 o'clock, which is before curfew, so they don't have a say in the matter.
Anyway, Jolly did want to do something with to talk to the aunties before he left. So
Oh,
Gotcha.
right. I kind of want to like ask Ro, can you give me the piece of paper?
For sure. I got stacks on stacks on stacks.
Well, very important eventually.
For sure.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a paper, and then I'm gonna imagine a picture of Finn and Alma and Maddie in the picture so I can give it to them.
You're making 3 of them?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because at least they want to know what Finn looks like and what Ami looks like right now.
Aw. They will gladly take it, and then all of them give you giant bear hugs.
Oh. Oh. But yeah, that's what we wanted to do.
Okay. So what's the plan, you guys?
Sleep.
Get some sleep.
Nap time.
Take a long rest.
Okay. So, you guys all head over to the cocoon to take a rest. You all, using some handholds, very precariously, get back into the beds, and you guys will all begin to take a long rest. Haru.
There it is.
Everyone mute.
Yeah, this is gonna be only Haru. Let me see, is this a good one? That's a good one. Haru, you are dreaming. And you find yourself currently sitting at what appears to be a campfire. It casts forward a dull orange-red light and illuminates a small amount of area around you. You are standing on what appears to be some kind of a log in the middle of a dirt circle. And outward you can see a familiar Arctic environment. Pine trees off in the distance, snow, and numerous ramshackle homes. You look at them for a while, and then in a wash of a green liquid, they all begin to be melted away and they disappear. And then in time, you find yourself looking out at some kind of an ocean with a single rowboat simply bobbing along. And then eventually it vanishes and fades away as well until it is replaced with a black void. And you hear a voice pipe up near you, and it sounds very familiar. Looking to the side, you see yourself. Right side of his face, looking at you as he kind of looks off to the distance, and he will say,
You're a very interesting individual, Haru. Your choices, your decisions, everything you've decided to do up to this point is so very fascinating to watch. Part of me would love to meddle, but I feel that would ruin the fun in some way.
Interest comes from that which is unknown.
Indeed.
I feel that I would find your life interesting as well.
Well, if that's the case, you'll just have to find out in due time. Hopefully you make some interesting decisions.
and as it turns to regard you head on, the doppelganger of yourself has a cavernous hole on the left side of its face that dips inward. And as you look into that hole on the cavernous side of the face, you see a dull orange light and someone sitting inside of it. And then your dream ends.
I like seeing everybody react.
So, all of you get a long rest. And Maddie,
Yeah.
By the end of the long rest, you will restore your maximum hit points, and you have a dream. Sorry, you have a night with no dreams and no Shadow Man watching you. Unless there's anything else you guys want to end this session on, I believe we'll be calling it there. Thank you, everybody, for being present for today's session. Special thanks to all my players, to the folks in the chat, and to the individuals who are just simply lurking in the audience. We love having you guys. We love seeing more people show up to watch the stream. If you want to do us any, help us all out at all and help to spread the word, tell your friends. Tell folks who would be interested in watching a D&D stream. We love seeing more people join in, and we love seeing new followers. So please, spread the word. Tell everybody about us. But until next Saturday, say goodbye, guys.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.